bibliotherapy case studies. So case studies that are direct to the experience of war, and a lot of them were from the UK, from the Battle of Britain, things of that nature. We didn't want to use Ukrainian experiences because it was just too traumatic. So we used historical ones, and we developed these case studies. So we went out to Durham Polytechnic, which is our psychology partner, to their Sci Lab, and we developed this 2-week program. This is the results of that, which includes the academic papers, and we created an anonymous online app for the students so that they could just write within the app and not have to identify themselves. Because some people want to talk about it, some people don't. But many of them put stuff on the app without identifying, okay? So what you're looking at here is really something that's born out of war. So we talk about our moral code. Where do we get our moral code from? We get it from our institutions, we get it from our religion, from our family, things of that nature. And then we take this big bowl and we stir it up, and it's our soup of morals, and then we make that cup of soup that's ours. So we are in a different situation because we are in a war situation. We do not have the convenience of long-term studies and things of that nature. We have to operate as you see Ukraine operate, with drones, with how we fight the war. So we're also having to fight more injury, we're having to fight PTSD. Luckily, we're able to validate through Durham Polytechnic. So what we're looking at ourselves is approaching it from a combat medicine standpoint. And how do you do that? What is the first thing you do? Who's a nurse? She's not here. Triage. The first thing you do, moral injury triage. Level 1, resuscitation. Immediate life-saving intervention required. Level 2, emergent. High-risk situation, potential threat to life. Level 3, urgent, stable, will require multiple resources. And think about this in a moral injury treatment thing. So one thing may not be enough, just like narrative processing may be only one thing. You get into the diagnosis stage in a war zone, where we're having to act a lot quicker. Do the event as you can to have a short class on narrative processing. And what narrative processing is it takes creative writing and it teaches people creative writing. So you're not going to therapy, you're going to a creative writing class. You understand? So the stigmatism is already gone from that. You do that, as you said, vocalizing is difficult. I'm a dude. I don't want to talk about my problems. Don't ask me about. I got no problems. It's typical, you know. But I can write it. It's a nonverbal pathway. Writing is a nonverbal pathway. Okay, and that is opening up a lot of doors. And let me tell you, when we taught this class in Jatoma, it was just amazing. I had people coming up to me months later saying, you know, I'm still using this, and it's helping me deal with it. I had people who had non-war related sexual abuse, domestic abuse, come and say, it helped me. 12 years he was treated for PTSD. He didn't feel like he was cured for 12 years. They did not say to him until year 10, you have a moral injury. 10 years. That's too long. It's too long. And talk therapy didn't work. But because especially, and I'm going with the dude thing again, we don't like to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. But I'll write about it. And what takes years to speak may only take months to write. What writing does is it engages different parts of your brain. And so you can go deeper and figure it out. And as you get more comfortable with it, especially in a group setting, you're more willing to share or more willing to give feedback to the professional psychologist, to the theologian, whoever happens to be present as the facilitator. And it also has possibilities for peer-to-peer. We can train facilitators to be peer-to-peer group. And that's what we're trying to accomplish in Ukraine right now. Obviously, it's still in its infancy, but it's being used in military hospitals already with injured veterans, based on what we taught last July. It's adaptable and scalable. And it's Ukrainian in its own way, the way what way we're fighting the war. We're just scrappers at this point. We're doing the best we can with what we have. I told you I was a Marine, I was going to come in early.